Hey, Scrapper Names fans, welcome back to episode number 2 of my new Stash Down Saturday series, where I take some stash that has been overwhelming me, generally my stash overwhelms me, but in this case, for this process video, this is my ever-increasing, now decreasing, thank God, Christmas stash that I have collected over a number of years, and there is 2 12x12 containers full of different bits and bobs and things, and I am slowly chewing away at decreasing the amount of stash for Christmas that I have. But the point of my series is, if you didn't see the first episode, is that each Saturday I am picking something from my stash that has been sitting there for a while, or as in the case of the first episode, it had been a collection that I got part of the kit for, or part of the collection for, and haven't used. So I am diving in, and I encourage all of us crafters who have an ever-growing, overwhelming stash to play along with me. Pick something, pick some things that you've had in lying around for a while, and crack them open and get them into a page. So as I said, this week is this one here is a Project Life layout. So I am going to try and sort of kind of do a bit of a rotation to show different ways of using different things on different projects. So for example, my plan is for my next page or next project to be an art journal page, using some art journal bits and pieces that I've had in my stash for ages that I thought seemed like a good idea to buy, but I'm not much of an art journaler. So let's rip them open and get them onto something. But yes, so a couple of videos before, there's been a few Christmassy looking ones up on my channel over the last little while. I am catching up. Well, I'm kind of working backwards in order to catch up, because I lost where I got up to for 2021. So I've started at the end of 2022 and working my way back. Pretty certain it was like mid-2021, I think, but I'm not sure where. So we've got a heap of Christmas stuff happening at the moment. Well, I'm scrapping at the moment. I do break it up a little bit, as you would have seen, because I do get a little bit over Christmas. But yeah, so that's what today's is. This is actually, I think there was one I may have posted recently where we go look Christmas light looking with my sister and my niece and nephew and my sister's partner. But yeah, so this is kind of like the tail end of that, leading into the last photo at the bottom is actually of Christmas Eve on our way home. Pretty certain it was on our way home from our trip to Sydney, our night stay in Sydney. But yes, so I'm using up lots of bits and pieces here. So that first card you saw, the cards are all part of Christmas stash. They're not pulled in from anything, paper pads or anything that are new. But I've got printable things that people have made me in, like Christmas swaps and things like that, and that is what is happening on this page, as well as a little Aussie company group a while back that I was a part of, and I think some of these are part of the Christmas stuff that we got sent as well, very Aussie-like, so that was always something I like. But yeah, so as you can see, lots of bits and pieces going on here. Some are from all those cards in the middle, the 3x4s, are all Cocoa Vanilla Studio past Christmas collection. It wouldn't have been last year because I refused to buy any more Christmas stuff. Might have been the year before. Cocoa Vanilla always does gorgeous collections. But yes, there was a Christmas collection I really had to have my hands on, so that's what I did. And here we are, trying to use it up. But yes, there's also some Flutterby design cards in there and bits and pieces. There's random, I think, Kaiser Craft, which is an Aussie craft stationery shop here in Australia. Little cards there. I think I think some of the embellishments are like My Mind's Eye, I think it is. There's Pink Fresh Studio. There's some more Cozy Craft embellishments. It's a whole shabam of, bits and pieces. So as I said, just trying to get it all onto some pages. I've even included some sequins. I've got some very Christmassy specific coloured sequins, so things like green, red and gold, and they came as Christmas collections. I haven't added them into these. I do not need to add. Trust me, if you could see a picture, should have taken one of the boxes. I had to split them when I finally sorted through it, because even just pulling my Christmas stash box out to use was just too much, and maybe that's why I kind of like subconsciously avoided scrapping Christmas, and that there's always so many photos. But yes, I did sort it very randomly, well, sort of haphazardly, probably about 2 or so months ago, and split it into 2 boxes. So that's a little bit kind of easier, but we're getting there. So, and some things I don't feel I'll end up using up, like these Pink Fresh Studio little phrase stickers. I don't think I'll end up using all of them, because a lot of them have... There'll be a few there that's like, dreaming of a white Christmas, and I suppose I could probably maybe use that. But there's other things that are very, very American, very, winter-based. And in Australia, we certainly don't have winter-based or themed Christmases. It's usually quite hot. Yes, so I'm not really sure how they're going to get used. But you never know. So I discovered circular elements. As you can see in the top corner there where I've got the family, there's the wreath. I then decided to balance that out as such, a bit visually, I guess, by the card I'm working on now, which is a sunset photo, by putting the bigger Christmas wreath that I have there in as the back, as a bit of a backing piece as well. I then add some more circular pieces, and so it all becomes all the circles, so it looks very circular. Onto here, as you can see, the number 24, because most of the photos in this spread are from the 23rd, and then, as I said, this last card is the 24th. Now, it was a beautiful photo to take. This card I struggled with. I kind of felt like it needed more, but I didn't know how to add more to it. I debated whether or not to add a border to it, like a doodly border. I go against it, and I guess the jury's still out. I do add a little bit of black journaling, obviously black pen journaling there, but I don't know. Didn't want to take away from the photo. That was one of the biggest things, is that I couldn't cover a lot of the photo up, because that was the point of the photo. The sky looked absolutely gorgeous. But I don't know. Anyway, to each their own. It's in a page now, and it's done. So this card here is, as you can see, very busy with lots of Christmas phrases on it, which I really liked until I started working with it. And I just thought it was too much for my eyeballs. So I do try and tone it down by adding these larger embellishments to it, which essentially covers up, but you still have pops of red poking out from around those embellishments. And that's cool with me. I'm cool with that, because I don't know, I kind of found it a little bit too much. But I really liked the card. I thought it was actually really a bit fun and very Christmassy. And so, and then my centre ones, as you could see there, the centre cards were really easy to come together, pop some embellishments around, and this is done. So this spread came together actually fairly easily. I had already pre-prepped by obviously having the photos there, but also having picked my cards, which I think can take down a fair bit of that decision-making time. so it was ready to go. I kind of had the colour palette ready. I knew what I was kind of going towards, I guess. And I pretty much just grabbed and plonked it on the page. So stick and plonk. Good old stick and plonk theory. And it just kind of all fell together, I guess. I'm pretty happy with it. It's another memory documented that can go in my albums, and I'm using up more of my stash, which is the whole point of this Stash Down Saturday. So thank you so much for joining me for this second episode in my series. If you're enjoying it, let me know, and I hope you get a chance to play along. Have a great scrappy day. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.